Hey everyone, welcome back to Sweet Yellow House. It's time for our weekly crafts, and just a reminder, if you go check out our website, you'll find some of these projects available there for sale. So let's get on with project one. I have this thankful sign that I am upcycling from my decor stuff from last year, and I'm going to start off by taking it outside and painting it black with the Bear spray paint. Once that's dry, I'm bringing it back in, and I'm going to use the Dixie Belle patina paint in copper, and I am going to cover everything in this copper color, front and back, top and bottom, and I'm going to let that dry. Once the first coat is dry, I'm going to go in with my second coat, and as I'm applying that second coat, I am then going to go and spray it down with the patina spray in the green. To use this paint, you have to use it while it's wet. You have to spray it with the spray while it's wet. So I spray the front of it and kind of let that dry, and then I'm going to go in and apply some paint to the tops and sides, and then spray that so that it can kind of drip down and make that dripping effect there. And then once that's dry, I'm just spray painting it with a clear flat coat, and that's how that turned out. This was a really quick project, but I really liked the way it turned out. Took it from that white and made it look completely different. So project 2 is a upcycle as well from my Thanksgiving decor or fall decor from last year. And again, I'm going to take that out and spray paint it with the Bear matte black spray paint. And then once that's dry, I'm bringing it back in, and I'm going to use the Dixie Belle patina paint in the iron. I'm going to give that a first coat, let that dry, and again go in with my second coat. While that second coat is wet, I am going to use the green patina spray, but I have that in a squeeze bottle. That way I can kind of get more of a dripping effect, and then I'm going to just apply that where I want it and then let it dry, and that's how that turned out. I did use a couple of spritz of the blue patina spray there just to give it some variation in color. So project 3 is a little riser and basket that I'm going to marry together. I purchased the riser and the basket from Goodwill. So I'm going to start off with staining the little riser with the wood stain in Early American, and I just have that in a little squeeze bottle there to make it easier for use. So I just go around and I am applying that with a brush and then wiping it back once I get it where I want it. So once I get that completely covered, I just let it dry for a little bit, and then I'm gonna apply the basket on, and I'm just going to do that using the Gorilla glue gun with the glue sticks that are in there. And instead of putting it with the bottom down, I'm actually going to flip it, and to me it looks like a little cake plate or even a little mushroom, and I just thought this was a really cute way to display the mini pumpkins that I made, and have that just sitting on a shelf somewhere. We're going to move on to project 4, and I have a little message about that. I'm just sitting here waiting for my candle wax to melt, and I've never made candles like this before. I've made candles, but I've never made candles from like pre-done candles. You know what I mean? So I had a bunch of orange cinnamon candles from last fall, and I made the horrible mistake of wrapping them and putting them in with my fall stuff. And when I pulled them out of the box, they were all melted and distorted, kind of like, I'll show you. Like kind of like this, see? They still smell really good. The only thing is like they're paraffin. Normally, I don't really light my candles that I buy. I put them in things just for looks. You know, I will buy specific candles just for lighting, but most of the time I use like wax melts and stuff like that. I'm doing cinnamon sugar scent, you know, for fall. Anyhow, I just thought I would let you know about the candle situation that's happening here. I'm happy that I'm able to reuse these candles and they're not going to go to waste, you know, and just get thrown out or something like that, because I don't really like that either. And I've been telling my sister I was going to make her some candles, so this is a way of reusing those and getting her some fall candles made to boot. And this is also part of my weekly craft video and stuff. So right, enough of that. Let's get on with making some upcycled candles. So the first thing I'm going to do is gather my containers that I'm going to use, and I'm going to apply some wicks in there using some sticky dots. You can get all of this supplies, a lot of it they sell like at Hobby Lobby, or I get a lot of my stuff from like a website called Candle Science. But if this is not something that you do all the time, I would say just get it from a craft store. If you go directly to a, you know, specific candle making website, the stuff tends to be a little bit more expensive, and maybe it's kind of overwhelming if you're looking at it. But you could go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something like that, or even get it off of Amazon. So I got those applied, and then I have these little metal pieces which they hold the wick in place and kind of keep them straight up so that once that wax hits, it doesn't flop over. So I have this container here. I'm making a double boiler situation, and what I'm showing you here is actually a candle colorant that looks like a little block of wax, so you can just shave off what you want. The candles are already orange that I'm melting down, but I just wanted to give them a little bit more vibrant. I didn't know what that was going to do with re-melting it down a bit. Some of the color was going to go away, so I just wanted to kind of darken that. So once I got all of that melted down, I then went ahead and poured my scent in there. And normally what they say is that you should stir your scent for 2 minutes to kind of attach that scent to the wax and stuff, and then I let them sit overnight and harden up. If you have any dips in there, you could actually use a heat gun to remelt the wax and then level that out, and it does a really nice job in doing that. So here is how those turned out, and I was really happy with being able to reuse, like I said, those candles and not wasting them or throwing them away. Project 5 is to me it looks more like a Christmas project, but I got this off of Facebook Marketplace. I got a set of 2, so I'm only using one today. So my first step is to obviously to remove the picture from the frame. I got these these are actually placemats, the ones that have the piece that has the deer on it, and I'm going to cut that down to size. I got a set of 12 of these from the Goodwill, so I do actually have that those prints on sale for sale on my website. So I cut that down to size, and I'm basically going to decoupage this onto that picture that I took out. So I'm applying the matte Mod Podge on there pretty heavily because it's a little bit textured, and then I'm just going to press that down really well. I did end up setting it aside, pressing some books on it while it was drying, just so that it could kind of get a good adhesion there. So once that was dry, I put a top coat of the matte Mod Podge on top, and I actually did 2 coats of this, letting it dry between each coat, and just so that I could get some texture and it kind of looks like a painted, you know, picture in there. While that was drying, I grabbed my Marquee DIY paint, and I'm going to focus on the frame of this. I'm going to go in and paint this frame. I'm doing 2 coats, making sure that I have full coverage and that everything is coated on the side. And I do use my heat gun and dry it some, but I do end up just setting it aside and letting it dry overnight. So 2 coats, full coverage, let it dry. So while that is going off, I am grabbing my little deer print while it's after it completely dried, and now I'm going to add a layer of the gloss Mod Podge because I was kind of unhappy with the texture on it. I wanted a little bit more texture, so I added another coat of the gloss, and I'm going to set that aside and let that dry. So once my frame the next day is all dry and good, I grab my Jolie finishing wax in clear, and I'm going to do a coat of this wax. And I'm taking this frame one side at a time because once I apply the clear wax, I'm then going to apply some of the DIY dark wax. And I'm applying that with a brush, making sure to get in all of those little crevices, and then I'm wiping that back with a paper towel. So I really like the way that this looks. I think it looks very it just looks really rich looking. The color on it is gorgeous with that black wax. It just looks really beautiful to me. So I just went around the whole frame, and then, you know, taking back some of it if I needed to with the clear wax. And then once that was able, that wax was set up, I took some of the golden ticket from DIY. It's a gold wax, and I'm just going over that detail with my finger there. Once it's all done, then I just insert the picture, and that's how that turned out. This to me looks more like a Christmas item. I didn't intend on it going that way, but now that I kind of look at it, it looks that way to me. But nevertheless, I think it's beautiful, and I really love the way that frame came out. It almost looks like it's a leather covered frame to me. Just that red color with that wax just came out beautiful. So project 6, you've seen me do something like this a couple of weeks ago, but it was in a small scale. So I had this big metal type of urn, and I wanted to do a pumpkin topiary with it. So the first thing I did was take that outside, use my Behr spray paint, and I gave it a good coat all over. Once that was dry, I'm using the Dixie Belle patina in bronze, and I'm giving this whole thing on all 4 sides a coat of the bronze Dixie Belle patina paint. Once that's dry, then we're going back in with that patina bronze spray paint again, patina bronze paint, and with the blue patina spray. And here again, I'm going to apply the paint and then use the spray. I'm tipping it up to get that drip effect because that's what I really like. And then I'm going to let that dry once I do all 4 sides. I then go back in with the copper patina paint, and I'm gonna, at this point, I'm gonna then apply the green paint because I want some of that really variegated color there. So you're getting the option from those colors of using the blue patina spray as well as the green patina spray. So I'm letting that dry, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of spruce up my pumpkins here. I have this huge black pumpkin that I had from last year. I sprayed it black, but then I never did anything with it. So I'm just going to kind of make it look more like the other two pumpkins that I have. So I'm going to start off with some letterpress gray. I'm going to add some of the vintage linen in there, and I'm going to add quite a bit of this white to really make it more like a wash. Once I have that, the consistency of where I want it, I'm going to just use that paintbrush very loosely along with the paper towel, and I'm just painting stripes down the groove of that pumpkin. If I get too much paint, I just wipe that back with a really damp paper towel, and I'm able to remove off what I don't want on there, and add and remove until I'm happy with the way that turned out. Once I got it where I want, I have some antiquing wax that I'm also going to really water down, and then just with a paper towel I'm going to use that and go over the whole pumpkin just to give it more of a rich, deeper look to that color. I want to do some kind of like spray, like flakes on this pumpkin, so I just grabbed a paintbrush, went right back into that paint that I mixed up a little bit ago, and then just use that to flick some of those paint drops there. Once that's dry and I'm good, then I just grab my drill with the biggest bit on there, and I'm just gonna drill a hole on the top and bottom of the black and the orange pumpkin, but when I get to the green pumpkin, I'm only doing that on the bottom. Then I'm going to get a piece of cardboard, measure that out to fit the top of my planter, poke a hole in that and put that there. Make sure it fits, and I need the hole because I'm going to run a dowel through there, and this is what my pumpkins are going to sit on. I grabbed two of the garland that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to put some Spanish moss down, and then I'm going to start putting my pumpkins down. I'm just cutting those garlands down to the size I need, making a loop and attaching them on each end just so they'll stay connected, and then put another pumpkin down. And then this is how I'm stacking them. I'm not gluing anything. I'm not tacking them down permanently because I want to be able to unhook everything, so for storage, or if I decide that I want to change colors or do something different next year, is exactly why I'm just making this so that it's completely I can deconstruct it at when I'm ready to put it up for storage. So I took that top off you saw there, and I'm just putting some more Spanish moss down there just to kind of give it a little bit more texture in there. Then I'm going to add in some of the extra flowers that I bought also from Hobby Lobby, and just cutting those and adding them where I want. I am so in love with the way that this project came out. I just really love the pumpkin topiary. I just think that it's just kind of yells fall, and I'm just going to love putting this in my entryway. I hope y'all love it as much as I do, and maybe try one for yourself and see if you can spruce up some old pumpkins you had laying around that you didn't really know what to do with.
When we were getting nowhere fast, when the garden won't stop giving back, honeysuckle.
Project 7 is some marrying of some items that I thrifted a little while back, and I'm going to start off with sanding down some rough edges that I felt on these. These were not painted, so that the paint or the color didn't come off when I sanded it, and then I just cleaned those. I'm actually cutting some felt strips to glue to the bottom so that way they can hold a little bit tighter in the candle holder. The candle holder that I'm putting them in, you've seen it before. I just again took it out, spray painted it black like I did the other one, and then just place these in there. I love the green color, the green and the different color greens that they have on this. Is just, I think it just came out so great. I think I actually might like it better than the other one that I did. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it, and you spending your time with me. If you haven't gone and checked out my vlog that I uploaded a couple of days ago, please go and do that. My vlog videos are not getting as many views as that I would like, so let me know maybe if y'all want to see something different. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see y'all soon.
No place to